Loyal vassals, I have finally returned from my legal consultations in the revered city of Canterbury and have affirmed the Pope's suggestion that we should finally have a dynastic, non-elected succession here in Alba. With these documents from this day forward, my son, Constantine, and his sons beyond shall be princes of the realm by right of blood alone. Thank you to all who have had confidence in my family's ability to create unity and prosperity in these realms such that we shall rule them forever in perpetuity under the gaze of our holy savior, unless should a time come that God removes his favor from us and chooses that we no longer bear children to protect this realm. Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader, Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with King Fergus of Alba. Before we get started today formally, we're going to go over something that is a project I've been thinking about for a while and I wanted to introduce. I sent out a community post recently about including community comment-driven content in the roleplays. So we're going to be basically, when people do content that is in character related to the game, if I find that it's appropriate for the story I'm trying to tell, I will include it. And I am starting that today with Aiden of Mull. So, Resting Judge, one of the regular commenters, has been basically telling in-character stories from the perspective of Aiden of Mull, a former Norse captive who has been fighting in the armies of Findbarr, Fergus, and now Fergus since the first war to retake Riata. He is a 60-year-old man at the end of a long life. The traits were picked by the creator, except I added whole of body and poet just to make sure he has the maximum chance of finishing his life. I gave him his own dynasty. We're gonna have to fix this while we talk. That dynasty is basically because even if he wasn't originally a noble's child, he would have been risen to that position due to his extraordinary service to the family. Sometimes you have to do this twice when you're fixing one of these after an edit, because it persists after the first. There we go. All right. He is primarily part of a story related to the intense spreading of the concept that our sister Caitlín, who died with child and was made a local saint, is in fact truly a sainted woman, and he has been helping to spread that truth basically by telling stories about the things she did and the family has done from the perspective of her as a saint. In order to integrate that concept into the game, we have made a small change to the Catholic faith, and that is we have added an extra holy site, Iona. I was originally going to remove one, but I thought that would be bad balance for the rest of the Catholics, and then I realized this benefit is really irrelevant. It's not going to change the vast majority of things in the game. It's not going to make us more powerful. This plus 30% isn't going to apply to us barely at all, since basically everything's already Catholic on the Isles. And if we took this away and made Iona have no bonus, the result would be that Ireland wouldn't be able to reinstate insularism when insularists take it back over if they ever do. So we just left it the same but added it because I don't think it makes any sort of difficulty difference. So Iona is here, down in the Inner Hebrides. I pronounce that right sometimes, every once in a while. And we put that there so that she can become the target of a Defender of the Catholic Holy Site legend. As soon as we have the money for that, we're going to do it. It's a high priority action in order to represent Aiden's position as the primary advocate of her sainthood. We are going to make him the court poet, and we are going to make him the court chronicler. Just like that. The other thing we did is we changed this church holding into a city because we're going to do something with Torgil here. Now, one of the ways that you can make a character you really like persist in the game is by giving them a minor title. Giving them a minor title does two things. It makes them a vassal of yours, which means they show up in events more, and it gives them a higher chance to produce children. So, because Torgil is a really cool character, our strange Mongol Catholic, we're going to give him this domain, because giving him this domain will keep him around and make it more likely that he has a child. He won't consider leaving. It will remove him as our bodyguard, but not as our acclaimed knight, because lesser nobles can become acclaimed knights. They just can't be like certain court positions. All right, with that all covered super fast, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go. Let's get started on this journey. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We're gonna keep this a little bit fast. Hopefully we see... Oh, there's one thing I forgot to do with our new mayor. I forgot to learn his language, because I want to learn his language so that we become closer. That's, I think, good. Let's head back down here then. And just continue down through Denmark. A wonderful journey that we're on. Hopefully we get more good events than bad events, although we are taking a dangerous journey. Travel a winged thief. So apparently, a seagull has ruined our stores. So we could take I'll Show Mercy, which will make us Togril's friend, which I think would be great. So let's just do that. It makes us a little skinny, but that's fine. We'll be fine. Travel the Metal Man. So this guy is actually not atrocious, but I still don't think he'd be a very good bodyguard. So we're just gonna help him, and he can tip us if that makes him feel better about it. We could... Oh, this is a heresy that we want nothing to do with. The Altar of Odin. Okay, we're gonna pay for her freedom. And then we're gonna expect her to convert, and whether she converts or not, we are going to send her away because we don't need her. Thankfully, she sees that God has saved her. Good, our trip to Denmark is nearly over. Heading down into Germany. Got some acceptance there from the Saxons. And head back out to sea and continue down to Kent. Oh, our wife has given us attentive care. That's real nice. Before we go any further, though, we are going to want her to change to patronage for the length of the university visit, just to help us with all the events. Oh, our Head of Faith is offering us gold, which we will take. Shadow of Faith Zenith. God be praised. Today I woke up certain for the first time in my life I have proven myself beyond a doubt to be an exemplary Catholic, not only the son of King Findbarr. I bask in the light of God. I am no longer in the shadow of my father. So we can take this, which gives us Light of Faith Sunset. This lets our fate, makes our faith 50% less, but it makes our stress better. This one is really dangerous. Light of Faith Zenith. It makes our piety very high, but it gives us huge stress problems. We're gonna take the stress down one because we got a lot of piety saved up. Thank you, Mr. Pope. Thank you, Ugly Pope. We're going to start the legend because we don't know how long Aiden is going to be around for, so we want him to be able to get this done as much as he can during the time he has. Good. The land of the Inner Hebrides is of the highest pious value, and from its soil it is said to spring miraculous water, capable of curing all maladies. When Duchess Caitlín heard of this, she felt a great warmth in her heart, for her devotion was so great that the mere thought of a holy place made her tear up. Caitlín devoted herself to God and acted entirely for his will. Every Christian wandered the land with the name Caitlín on their lips, telling tales of countless holy happenings in her name. The roads of the faithful were accosted by the godless, and with a blade blessed by the Almighty, Caitlín did send them away. But yet wild beasts and serpents would still wander onto the path and do injury unto the faithful, so Caitlín did put her trumpet and charm God's creations out of the lands. Caitlín had worked tirelessly for all of Christianity and fought the minions of Satan here on Earth, but at last her struggles were at an end. The divine plan fulfilled, she lived a life of great honor and piety. So that is the beginning of Duchess Caitlín's legend. This legend is going to cost us a fortune. We're going to... maybe for now we're only going to do one of the two. Let's not get distracted by university yet. So you're going to do that, Court Chronicler. And you are also going to do that Court Poet. That makes us basically make no money. We're going to go in here and we're going to tell everybody they have to supply their own clothes. There's no longer going to be a clothes chest for use in the court. It's not up to us. You're going to have to handle it because we got more important things to pay for right now. And yeah, let's see how well we can do in this university trip. I am finally here walking the hallowed halls of Canterbury, revered seat of knowledge of all the Catholic world. I have so much to learn from the holy men and women who gather between these venerable walls. And what about the ancient scrolls and books? Of course, major centers of culture are also active markets and offer all the distractions that a student could ever desire. Time to get started, okay. My in-depth studies in the Catholic doctrine at Canterbury have confronted me with many new questions, not all of which seem to have clear-cut answers. Some even seem to have contradictory explanations. Is faith supposed to be completed by reason or not? Does faith only deal with the unseen or not? Can we even know what is unseen or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Oh, we got the book artifact. That's nice. So let's stop. That should be able to be in here, and it's actually possible it will be useful to put up right away. No, but we'll still do it. You know, we'll still do it. Well, that's a good start. That gives us a huge bonus. Learning perk available. We're also going to immediately take scholarly circles, because that will also give us a huge success increase. Listen to me, Borgna shouts maniacally. If you read between the lines of Trotals, it's obvious. You just need to combine a rock, a mostly intact ostrich eggshell, and a roast swan, all while adhering to the principles of Aristotelic logic. Trust me, it'll work. Perhaps it wasn't a good idea for her to study for 36 hours straight. I don't have time for your nonsense. I don't have time for your nonsense. You should probably try sleeping. You know, try sleeping. A little sleep might help you out. Just a touch of sleep. Oh, we are now her rival. That's a little silly. My studies in Canterbury proceed well, but I can't help but feeling a bit isolated from the community that surrounds me. I'm a stranger in a stranger land, and the language of these lands, Anglic, as spoken by the locals in the taverns and markets of the city, is exotic and mysterious to me. I mean, I've heard it my whole life. My sister's husband speaks it. Even among my fellow students and teachers, many were born and raised here, and being able to share knowledge more directly with them would certainly improve the quality of my studies. I need to study hard to integrate. Zero stress because of the... Oh, that perk has actually really helped us. And we're still getting 10 piety a month in spite of having a 50% down. That's a little good. You learn the Anglic language, we gain no stress, and it becomes much more successful. That's good. That's good. So got 3 months left. There's probably a lot of events ahead of us still. We spent a night poring over the books. More successful from that. Attention students, my teacher Ulf shouts King Ruslof in tow. Our benefactor King Ruslof has deigned to visit us. He is the ruler of these lands. Be on your best behavior. Yeah, the illegitimate ruler of these lands. You are debating the art of feasting. I am quite fond of that subject myself. I hope your studies are going well, the king says while quietly considering. The king has the power to assign special privileges to students such as myself. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to speak up? Yeah, I mean, we'll give a donation to the illegitimate king because we want to do better in our studies. Sure, yeah, hopefully, our brother-in-law will invite us to kick him out at some point. Canterbury is often home to fervent debates among teachers and students alike. After a particularly enlightening lecture from our teacher, Osolf, I find myself dragged into one such a debate with another student, Imtrude. No, you're not making sense. You are completely misrepresenting the philosopher's point, I scream. You are completely delusional, she fires back. Yeah, well, she's my rival and she's annoying. But, as the master said, we will do this because we will succeed. That's got us up a little higher. Common people. The wonderful tale of Defender of the Catholic Holy Site continues to spread. More and more folk from all strata of society have begun to weave their own perspective into its rich tapestry. So says Aidan of Mull, at least. Lord and lady alike are certain such a tale sets out their undeniable right to rule, he muses. But if you wander into a local tavern, it will be rife with those who say it's dedicated to the common small folk of the land and their honest, industrious ways. Of course it's about the small folk. Commoners celebrated? Clearly the tale is about Caitlín and no one else. I like that, actually. So we'll do that. Oh, our master of the horse has died. We have pedagogued our son. Someone has joined. Okay, so Dumb Noggle has joined. Good for you, my Cumbrian friend. Universities and centers of higher education are always bustling hives of socialization. In these hallowed halls, the students are all peers, all apprentices along the road to knowledge, which is why it can be helpful to make friends and feel part of a community. These, at least, are my first thoughts when Borgo approaches me, the smell of wine on her breath. Join me and my friends, Fergus. Prove to us the might of a king by downing more cups than anyone else, and we shall consider you one of us. Are you kidding me? Maybe? Study isolation. This only makes it slightly more successful. I could just take the more successful from ignoring her. It's probably just better for us, right? One more event, or are we done? Ah. I was hoping for one more event. Fine. It's fine. This has been such an amazing experience. So we didn't upgrade our trait. This has been such an amazing experience. When I left, I couldn't even imagine the number of wise men that study at Canterbury, the depth of their thinking and the breadth of their research. Just being part of the same environment has made me a much better person. With my new gained knowledge, I can make my way home very satisfied. However, during my stay, I've grown close to one of my teachers, Ulf, and I loathe to part ways already. Not you. This old man. I mean, he's pretty good at a lot of things, but I just don't know how I would make use of him. No, a teacher's place is with their students. You should stay here. Alright, so we finish our university trip. We get a +1 learning, small health boost book, herbs, and other potent plants. Finish our university visit. Let's spend our 3 perks. Open-minded, faithful, and apostate, and we will continue our journey. And while we continue our journey, we're going to go look up north to see what's going on. Champion. Nope, not you. So we lost this guy. Of course, because it was our Master of the Horse we lost. I don't think we're going to replace the Master of the Horse right now. We're not really warring, and without warring, his position is not that important. The regular peasants can handle the horse for now. We don't need a dedicated man for it. Let's put this book down. Herbs and other potent plants. It's great. Got nothing else to put on the walls, I assume? Nope. Alright. We can negotiate alliances. Infantia. Yes. And who's this? Yes, we'll also negotiate an alliance with you. We don't want... What? Say? Wits. We don't want wits. And we'll just continue our journey. Okay, he's honored by the request. We're gonna just pop this back up. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. Our wife can go back to assist ruler. So that we can actually manage our domains properly. Marvelous news. Marvelous news. My brother is now promoting the legend. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, so we did fine. I mean, we didn't get the trait up, but we succeeded at what we did, which is getting legal advice about writing the documents that are going to make it a dynastic claim. So this knight wants this woman to come home with him. She's not married. I don't think I care much for what Cormac thinks about it, so there's enough room for you both. Bring her along. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Travel other people's pastures. I could apply some of these back home. 70% chance to get improved pastures. They will take that in spite of the little bit of stress. Yes, we got improved pastures. Very nice. Going down to Burgundy. Let's go in and check back at home. Some Occitan experience, language success. So we have learned Mongolic. Mongolian. Very cool. Very, very cool. How many more languages can we learn? Because we should probably be focusing on learning languages because it's something we're really good at. 13. Okay. So let's pop over here and like learn French. Wait, we have someone French related to us. No, one of our allies, I think, is French. That's Jocelyn. Yes, he's the French boy. So I would like to learn his language. Travel, life, or death. We are making good time in our efforts to reach the Marnes, and the flats of Montpellier allow us to lower our guard for a few moments. When we reach the peak of the valley and look below, I notice another entourage diligently pacing forward. They seem to be surveying the area, taking notes and discussing the scenery. Still observing the group, it would appear as if masked riders with raised weapons are quickly approaching from the east. This seems like an ambush, and I hesitate. Is it really my response? Yes. Yes, it is. Of course it frickin' is. Me and my entourage ride headfirst into the would-be assassins, blindsiding them completely. How incompetent do you have to be to not have a clear view of your rear? We easily slice through the few that resist, and the rest run off into the wilds. I look at Duke Joan, staring at me, eyes wide, mouth slightly agape. He snaps out of it, his facial features adjust, but he still seems surprised and grateful for my intervention. He beckons me to come over. He's Mozambique and Andalusian, so he is a Christian. This is my good deed for the day. 1 martial point, begin some chivalrous deeds. Very cool. Let's keep going. Fortified knowledge. The high altitude and the brisk Cervanez air of Cervanez has a very refreshing quality as we travel to the local hill fort. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I'm moving closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I am approached by the local captain, Gulfrey. Would you like to join us, my lord? 50 gold for either rough terrain expert or reckless. Do we have a military trait? I think we would do this. Really do, so we're gonna. So we have become reckless. All right. Row struggle. Wait. You're fighting a deer, sir. This is so embarrassing. I'm gonna try to help this man. I was mauled by the deer. It's one hell of a deer. And the dude died. But we got healed, and we did our best. You know, our doctor did a good job. We visited the capital of France. Very nice, and we're heading to the north to head back on the final leg of our journey home. We have gone through the kingdom of Rouen, and now we are in the sea. Oh, wait. We literally passed through it just as this was starting. Our courtier has measles. Hope nobody else gets measles from him. Doctor, please. I'm paying you a little extra to make sure this man doesn't spread his measles. Or I could just be the worst person ever. So who is he? He's a Dutchman we just picked up along the way. We don't... Yeah, he hasn't come home with us with the measles. you know, we drop him off at the nearest port. I mean, we can probably pay for this, right? Yeah, okay. Gormlaw comes of age. She did okay, you know, she did okay. We're gonna find her a good husband. Somebody suggested that we marry our daughter. For now, it looks like our only daughter. In fact, we might just make that the case since we have 2 sons and we don't need more. Right? We aren't particularly in need of extra heirs, so why don't we just embrace celibacy when we get home? Yeah. Other than that, though, we need to take stalwart leaders, so if we decide to run any armies, because we might get a crusade or something that we participate in, we'll want to have something to compensate for our brave trait. And we need a... Somebody suggested that we should marry our daughter to the Pope's son. The Pope's son is a bastard, he is not evil, and he's lowborn. While it's cool, it's really not a thing, right? Like, she shouldn't be marrying that far below her station, Pope's son or not. The Pope's bastard is not a holy figure in our eyes. I know it sounds crazy. And we have tried to get the Pope to support us in many things in the past, but his bastard child is really not a holy figure. Let's try to marry our daughter to somebody on her station. We're gonna go by alliance power. We got a Baravian boy. We got this 18-year-old French kid. It's a mercenary company. We don't care about that. We have the actual Kingdom of France. This is the second heir of France, I think. Like the middle son. He'll inherit something for sure. Probably just a county, though. Okay, we have this, the Duke of Silesia. I kind of want to know where this actually is. He's 21. This is... deep in Eastern Europe. That's far from home, but, I mean, it's not that far from places we spent time. And it is in Greater Moravia, which is the territory of our of the man we just met. He's a duke, which is probably appropriate. Technically, it's a down marriage for her, but not by much. I think that's an appropriate marriage. Let's send her out there. Let's send her out to Greater Moravia. I think that'll be fine. This plague is near us, but not in the traditional sense. It's quite far away, and we sent that poor guy with measles away. Because we don't want anything to do with that. He doesn't need to come to our ports and bring measles with him. That's for damn sure. Alright. Oh wow, look at that hat! Okay, ooh, we got some Cumbrian favor. So we're gonna move back down to the regular 3 speed that we work at. Our regency from our brother has ended. Everything is looking pretty good up here. Do we have this? We still don't have this successor. Oh, he did show up. Let's look at our knight. He is in the 12 range. He's a Norse Gale. Are there Norse Gales? Where are the Norse Gales? I can't think of any place that's Gaelic controlled by Norse or no. Well, I guess it could be my brother. I mean, we're gonna force him so that he can be the successor. That's cool. Who is Norse Gaelic? Let's go and check everywhere I can think of where there might be Norse Gaelic people and figure this thing out. Are you kidding me? It's probably Sweden down here, right? Nope, it's Leinster. Interesting. I guess Italy is taking Ireland too now? I mean, oh, that's because he became king of Italy. Ireland is now apparently held by her. Italy is a kingdom in collapse. It's barely worthy of the title kingdom anymore. She has robbed us, not deliberately, but definitely robbed us, so we're gonna have to take that back because we need to keep our de jure borders consistent. And we have returned home from our great journey, right? We're home? Almost. Almost. Once we get in, there's a couple of things we're gonna do, and then we're going to war with Ireland, I guess. That's something we had not intended to ever have to do, but we're gonna have to do. And now that we are home, there are two things we wanted to do. One of those things is remove this law. Check. And the other thing we wanted to do was become celibate. Because we have enough children. In addition to that, we could hold court. See how it goes. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. Gesture for the first in line to approach. My steward, Duke Dumnugal, approaches me, biting his lip like he often does. My lord, I have a brilliant idea. How about we host a fair, or perhaps even a festival for the common folk, to expose them to one of the different cultures in our beautiful... Yes? The answer is yes. I'll even go into a little bit of debt for this. I'd really prefer to do the one that you don't hate. You like me enough that I can do the cheap one. Because to be fair, I'm betting this is super close at this point. We probably don't really need that many. Yeah, we need like 3 points. It'd be done in like 2 years anyway. We'll hold an exhibit in Cumbrian lands and show them the Gaelic greatness. Yeah, he doesn't like that so much, but I think it's the only thing we can realistically do with the money we have on hand. A frightful peasant strolls up to all too close before a guard steps between us. Oof! He backs off with a wink, laughing through scant teeth. Your lordness! I come here from Kirmure with a great matter of import. His eyebrows undulate. You see, king, tall started last harvest. Cooper's goat wandered into the boyar's wife's niece's shack and caused a great mess she did. He slaps his thigh. Oh, you should have seen it, your magnitude. So... Oh, geez, he'd be ugly. I would love to make him my court jester. Common touch. You get popular opinion from that. Highfalutin. I'm gonna make him a fool. I don't care that he doesn't like it. I'm sorry, man. That's right. I usually am kinder than that, but that's right. I am faced with Eleanor Vucht Argol Altklut. Sad eyes which grow larger and more pitiable as her mother, Morg, gently ushers her towards my throne. King, she laments, the girl has been at Dumnugal's court with no one to watch her since the death of her dear papa. Please look to her future. What can be done with such a child? No fear, I will raise the girl myself. I mean, I could find someone else to do it. It'd be my wife. No fear, I shall raise the girl myself. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. My business here is done. We are out of money. And I really wanted to pay for that armor. Hopefully our knight doesn't go and kill himself anytime soon. Hopefully he's around for long enough for him to be relevant. We just gotta do this. I don't like it. Nobody likes it. But it's his earldom. We could subjugate her, but we're not doing that. The only thing we really want is this county, which should absolutely be ours. So we're just gonna do that. Yep. Her army is so small compared to ours. How small is it compared to ours? Like probably the size of just our men-at-arms, so I would love to do this battle with just men-at-arms if it's possible. But no, we want to get it done fast, so we'll raise it all. It's going to cost us more money than we have. Hopefully make some back. Ah, the light shines so pleasantly in the throne room this morning, my lord. My court poet, Aidan of Mull, says, walking around the room. It sure reminds me of the day fate decided to start Duchess Caitlín's was. Attending that peasant's desperate plea, he says with an eloquent wink. Ah, what a pious soul I am. I mean, that's because he's an idiot, not because I'm not pious. The man is known to be a fool. So, yeah, him not thinking that I'm serious when I say these things is just him being a fool. Sebek MacNail of Ulster has joined. So the legend spreads. Let's just go up here and get this done. We want to hold the title, the war target, and then we're going to come down here and smash these guys up. Do you remember? So tell me, my lord. My court poet, Aidan of Mull's voice snaps out of my thoughts, and I find him waving his hand, the quill spilling ink over the floor. What about that time King Fergus of Alba began the annexation of the Duchy of Lothian, held by King Domnall of Italy? Surely that is worth adding to her legend. That was such a great occasion. So we're going to change a chapter. Let's do it. Everyone remembers your great deed. So the chapter is changed. We'll have to read it again at the very end to see what it looks like at the end. We saw what it looked like at the beginning, so we'll need to sort of track it to the end. Okay, so this is silly. We're going to drop besiegers here, and then we're going to send you down to just smash their army. And these besiegers are going to be led by our besieging man. Yep. Secrets of Nature. My courtier Muireann is a skilled herbalist, knowledgeable about healing and harmful plants alike. At more than one occasion, she has offered to share her expertise with me. The offer is intriguing, but I know Archbishop Elf is distrustful of charms and potions. He believes that Satan uses them for his own nefarious purposes. Yeah, except he's an idiot, and I'm a Catholic icon, so if I think herbalism's okay, it is okay. I'm going to gain the trait Herbalist. He loses 20 opinion to me. I could literally care less. Yeah, I think we're doing that. That'll make us more learned and have a little bit of intrigue, which we literally have none of. Learn language and amorous misunderstanding. So we're going to accidentally hit on this woman. We're going to tell her to be gone because we must focus. No, it's fine. We'll just tell her it's misunderstanding. We don't need to upset her. That's not important. We are literally the holiest man in all of Western Christendom, and you still doubt us when we say things, you foolish waste of flesh, Archbishop. Would it be unholy of me to say I can't wait until this man gets his reward in heaven so that I am no longer accursed by him? You know? So we're gonna kill this army very quickly. Oh. This person has died. You're all Sig the Hawk of Lancaster? Why would you spread my legend? You're not a Catholic! Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We've captured a champion. We've gained 50% war score. We're not calling anybody into this. We are in debt. Of course we are. We could negotiate an alliance. We don't want to do that. Let's head over here and start sieging in Ulster. We've got some people in our prison. And none of them are really worth anything to us, so we'll hold them till it's over and then let them go. Except for this guy. Out of mercy, we're gonna send him home, hopefully that he can get proper care. We'll just release him with no requirements so that he doesn't die in our prison, because that is certainly not what we're out here about. We're certainly not out here about that. How are you doing here, bud? Oh, your wife is pregnant! Nice. Nice, my man! Good job! Whole bunch of people just gained warlike courtiers. That's nice. Very good. We're about to get another scholarship perk. I mean, learning perk, which is going to be taking learn on the job. Sanction loopholed scholars, and then we get out of here. How old are we now? We're 39. 39 years old. Another one. Oh, they're always, it's always the same people attacking us for the same reason. Necessary embellishments. If I could bother you a moment, my lord, starts Aiden of Mull, a tad wheedling for my liking. It would be a huge boon to us if we could commit some more detail to the defender of the Catholic holy site. The grander, the better. He looks at me expectantly. A few seeds of conspiracy begin to sprout in my mind. Going over the existing tale in more flamboyant detail surely wouldn't hurt, but substantiating that part of the tale for another, substituting that part of the tale for another entirely has its own merits. Of course, we'll go over it once more. Let's do it. Ah, good. So that'll make it easier to eventually get it. We're so in debt. We're so in debt. The stolen keg. So my son, Findbarr, and his brother, who is gregarious and callous apparently, are getting into some trouble. And the result is that Findbarr is going to be diligent. What a good boy he is. This is the worst. Northern menace, yeah. We'll just send the scum back to where they came from. Language, how do we fail at a 90% chance? No. We're doing it again. 95% chance we still fail. We're just frustrated, you know. Things have not gone the way we'd hoped they would. Can we ransom you for money? Yes. Can we ransom you for money? 170? Well, that's gonna fix everything. I don't care if that means that we have to fight more. We're fine with that. I'd very much love to to get 170. That's gonna pay for everything. We'll send you this way, I think. So we are back out of debt. 140 gold. Very good. Somebody else. Oh. Old Domnall is now promoting the legend of Caitlín. Very good. We'll take a look before we end this episode at how much it's spread and what it's starting to look like out there with the legend. Not too far away. We probably won't finish 2 more sieges before this ticks over. So that's good. Maybe we can capture somebody else who's worth some money. At least we can hope. I don't know if they're gonna... Yeah, there's no point in sending them over there because they're just gonna lose men and maybe not be able to even do a siege, so... Their vassal, Duke Crinan McClan, has started promoting the legend of the Defender of the Catholic Holy Site. That is so close to enough. We're just gonna... This is how confident we are that they can do nothing in the time it will take us to gain this 1 point. What's happening? There we go. Like, that took longer than I was expecting. Oh no. And there we have it. We are not in debt. We have restored our appropriate borders. I'm sorry, I know that this technically belonged to you, but that's not my fault. We'll just give it to Fear to figure out, because it's part of his domain. He can give it to whoever he likes. And yeah, look at that. What an eventful episode. We finished our education. We finally became a dynastic king. We recovered our finances through an unexpected boon in war. Pretty soon the Pope will give us money again, and hopefully we can spend that to make ourselves rich. Our daughter got married. Our son is, he's a bit rough, right? We could have him study a language. What language would we like him to learn? I think the most important language for him to learn would be Brittonic or Anglic. We could probably try to do both. Wait, why is it taking me here? Oh, he's not here, so I can't do him. Yeah. I mean, Findbarr could easily learn, not Dutch. We don't want Dutch. Dutch is pointless, but we will get Brittonic for Findbarr, our son. How are things going over here in Lotharingia? Suddenly we became the heir. Alright, and with that, I think we're going to bring this episode to a final end. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. We are here with Fergus McGormlaw of Alba. We are now 40, but still in extraordinary health. Like, we have excellent health at 40. We are going to live a long, long time. Look at this. Down to earth, quality time with best friend, whole of body, veteran traveler, healthy, herbs and other potent plants, attentive care, herbalist, iron constitution, and constant care. Oh, so much stuff. We have good health at 40. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Bye for now.